Hello everyone, it's Olivia here, aka Story Minded, and today I'm going to be doing the AuthorTube Newbie Tag. I'm sorry that my hair's a mess. My hair's usually always a mess in these videos. I went to meet up with a friend, obviously before Christmas. He's been away at uni, and obviously as I walked around to his house, my hair got absolutely blown to bits by the wind. But it was a nice walk anyway, and popped into a cafe. So that was quite enjoyable. Okay, so the original creator of this tag is JennaTheDarkOne, and I'm really excited about finding this tag. I stumbled across this tag because of Emma Lederman's video. She's another author tuber. I think that's what you call it, AuthorTube. I can't even articulate words today, but I'm sure you know what I mean. I'll leave a link on the video to both of their channels. It may take me a while though, because obviously the only recording thing I have is my phone, and it takes a while for the video to upload, and then I have to go into my computer and add all the links afterwards and edit in, so that's fun. Okay, first question. How did you find out about AuthorTube? Emma Lederman's video, watching her tag, which I really enjoyed. Okay, question 2. What genres do you write in? I'm a bit of a mixed bag, really. I enjoy to explore lots of different genres, and that... Sorry about that. Still got a little tickle from that wonderful cold that's been going around that pretty much everyone's had. Bit of a mixed bag, a bit like when I read. I haven't really done many sort of thrillers, although I have ideas for some. I've done a bit of like crime, mystery short stories. I do like sort of a lot of short stories. Historical fiction, because I love historical fiction. I'm working on like a sci-fi novel, done sci-fi short stories. Contemporary, I guess you could call it as well. I've done a lot of sort of contemporary ones. So really mixed. The only genres I tend to not write in is non-fiction, although I have done some non-fiction pieces before, and travel writing and screenplays, although that's sort of more of a form rather than a genre. And I also want to do a bit more with like monologues and stage plays and stuff if I get ideas for that, because I really like to explore different forms as well as different genres. Okay, number 3. What is your preferred writing tense, point of view and category of story? So for example, children's, YA, new adult, adult. I think, well, it used to be I naturally tend to write in past tense, third person. Like I really like that sort of omniscient view, but I wanted to experiment a bit more with present tense, but I had a plan for my novel or novella, because I'm not sure what it's going to be yet, my sci-fi one that I was currently trying to do. I was originally going to have like the prologue in the past tense and then the rest of it in present, but I was talking to some colleagues at work and then I sort of changed my mind. But I do like to try the first person, and I try to explore lots of different tenses, and in my sort of fiction collection that I've entered in a competition, I've also experimented with the second tense, which is obviously you, so the reader becomes like the character. So I sort of do a mix, but I naturally tend to go for that third person past tense. Regarding categories of story, I think mine probably mainly falls into YA. I have some quite dark themes, and I need to look into like sort of the age categories a bit more to be a bit more specific, but I would say mine tends to fall in YA. Children definitely would not understand, and they would not want to read my work because it would give them nightmares. Okay, question 4. Are you a plotter, pantser, or plantser? I would say predominantly I'm a plotter. Like I really like to outline my stories so I know what's happening, but sometimes I can be a bit of a pantser because I just spontaneously write. Like I'll get an idea and I'll just start to write, but usually I like to have some kind of plan. But then I'm also a bit of a plantser because although I have an outline, I don't necessarily like I'm not one of these writers that sort of, once I have a plan, I have to stick to it. I'm trying to be very open-minded, and when it comes to editing, I try to be as objective as I can to sort of like, you know, improve it, and, you know, so I'm quite mixed when it comes to the outlining stage. Okay, question 5. Are you a self-published, published, or yet to be published? I'm not self-published in any way, shape or form, although once again I'm quite open-minded to a lot of things. I would prefer to be traditionally published. I've had a few odd bits of writing, like a few poems and some random short microfiction pieces published in mainly by young writers, but I'm still quite proud of that because I know there's sort of like a lot of debate about them in the sense that they tend to publish large volumes, but then if you think of the millions of people that enter, they still would have had to some extent edit it down. Like, it's impossible to publish everyone, so I'm quite proud of that. Yeah, so sort of like a bit of a mix really, but I also really want to win like a sort of bigger writing competition, and I want to publish my own things, so I would also say I'm still yet to be published. Okay, question 6. What publishing company, literary agent and or printing company are you represented by or use? If you're not yet published, what is your dream publishing house and or literary agent? I don't have a dream literary agent because I've never really looked into them. I have a really good book from the Dyslexia website, which is a website for women writers, aspiring women writers. Sorry, any male writers out there, but that website is not for you. They have like a guide to all these different independent publishing houses, and like even some of the smaller ones, and I feel that I would just be honoured for any publishing house to publish my work really, but obviously I'm not at that stage yet to send manuscripts out. But I don't know, Penguin, Bloomsbury are like really big, famous, popular ones here in the UK, so that would be incredible. But I so long as my work would fit with the publishing house, and that's why that Dyslexia guide is really good, because they actually encourage you to obviously research the different publishers, but they tend to have specific categories for what they'll actually publish. So long as my work I would try to find like the right fit, so, you know, sort of see what do the publishing houses tend to publish, like what type of stories, because if your story fits into a category that they're familiar with, you have more chance potentially of getting published. Okay, question 7. What AuthorTube related videos can we expect to find on your channel? I'm very bad at updating. I want to get better at this, but sometimes life gets in the way. I don't like to say advice, but, well, yeah, I guess it's sort of like quite supportive videos. So like this series that I'm doing at the moment that I'm really proud of is 712 More Things to Write About, which is like an amazing prompt book that I'm in love with, that I'm working my way through, because I think it's really nice for people if they're struggling to have prompts. Like, not every writer likes using creative writing prompts, but I personally really enjoy them. Yeah, I have like a few sort of advice videos just talking about different things. And I want to sort of do more about like my own projects, like sort of my own personal writing projects, what I'm working on. Oh yeah, that's what it's called. It's like tiny tips, so it's just like little tips to help. And I would love to do more of those character videos like I've seen on other writing channels, because I think that looks like so much fun. Because I enter a lot of writing competitions, I can't really share my writing with you as much as I would like to, just because the guidelines are really strict and I don't want to risk that. I've done it on a couple of videos before, but I'm not going to take those ones down. But that's why I like doing the prompt video, my 712 More Things to Write About Fighting Writer's Block, because I'm not planning on using that for competitions, or if I turn it into a different piece of writing, that's sort of different. So yeah, and I'll probably do more character videos and just different ones really. Okay, number 8. When did you start writing? I started writing when I was about, well, probably as soon as I could hold a pen. I was away. Like, I've always read books, and I started writing really young. So yeah. Number 9. What was the first story you ever wrote? I remember it, and this is actually something I want to add to my channel. I have a box in my cupboard, a polka dot box, filled with these rubbish little little stories that my child brain came up with, and I'll have to share some of them with you because they're awfully written and they're really funny, but it just shows how much writing means to me. And the very first story I ever wrote was called Silky the Snow Leopard, and no, it is not wonderful and it sounds very childish, but even then it contains death. So even at a young age, I was writing about death, and that's like really morbid, but there you go. I'll have to read that to you, and I'm going to plan on doing a video for that anyway to show you all the random little things I have. Number 10, what authors have inspired your writing the most? I don't really have like a set author that's inspired my writing. Like when I was younger, I used to go to the library a lot, and I would just be amazed at the worlds that these authors could create, and I was just so grateful to have that like escapism. And I just loved seeing the pictures in my head, and it would just play like a movie, and I'd love it, and I'd be like, I want to do that for other people as well. But I would say when I was younger, Michael Morpurgo, I'm a huge fan of Michael Morpurgo, and even though I'm older now, I really want to actually buy some more of his books because he's probably written so many more. I've stopped reading his like so long ago, but I really think that if I want to explore different genres, especially children, because I don't really write children's genre at all, I think I should get some of his books. So I may get some more Michael Morpurgo books. I just loved his use of setting and the animal relationships through his stories. And I mean, Warhorse, I love horses, I'm horsey mad, lucky enough to own my own, and yeah, I just really like Michael Morpurgo. Rosie Harris, I quite liked her historical fiction stories, but after a while I realised her style was very samey. Not to disrespect her, she is another lovely author if you like historical fiction, but after a while it's sort of like, oh, I've read quite a lot of your work, so I don't really need to read anymore. I'm just trying to think. Oh, the most recent book that I've read is called Beside Myself by Anne Morgan. It is amazing. I love it. I was in love with her style. The chapters were short. It was gripping. It was a really good thriller. It's about two twin sisters who swap places when they're young, and it's really, really good. Is there anyone else? Pretty much, well, not every single book I read, because sometimes I pick up a book and I don't actually enjoy it, but pretty much anything that I like about different writers. So number 11, do you schedule your writing sessions or simply get to writing whenever you can find the time? Whenever I can find the time. I wouldn't be able to schedule writing. I just sort of try and take time as I can, especially over the holidays. 12. Do you type on a computer, typewriter, write everything out by hand, or use a blend of those? And where do you write in general? I type my first drafts and sometimes my notes onto my laptop, but I love notebooks. Like for my initial ideas and characters and plotting, like I love to write in notebooks as well. So I use a blend. Typewriter, that would be awesome. Like seriously, if I could write or even afford a typewriter, that would be amazing. I don't know if I'd be any good at it though. Yeah, and I tend to write in my bedroom, which is where I am now. Let's have a look. 13. What are you most looking forward to now that you're a part of AuthorTube? I just really want to get back into making videos because I think it's like so much fun, and I just really want to become a part of this community, and I really want my channel to like support other aspiring writers and just provide some creative inspiration, because writing is really important to me, and it's sort of something that I feel proud about. It's like how I identify myself, so I just want to create different videos and just geek out about writing really. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to do more soon. Bye!